Hey guys! Hey, it's that guy. It's that guy that you love, but you hate, but you love, hate, hate. Okay, lot to get to. This is probably going to be one of my longer videos of the year, just because I have a lot of things to go through. I want to update the standings. Last week, a lot of fun, crazy shit was going on. So I went 4-2 last week on predictions, and obviously one of those was the pick that I always make, which is the Rowdy is winning, and I should really stop doing that, except for this week. So that puts me at 21-11 for the year. So last week's game of the week was the Gotham Knights and the Regulators, and the reason behind that was you don't want to lose the Lance right now. And he's already selling. He traded Travis Kelce to the Bad Boys. Bad Boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So pretty self-explanatory. Lance had a terrible week, scoring a whopping 56.6 points to the Gotham Knights, 86.7. This game was correctly picked by me because I pick anyone that's playing against Lance. Wow, Lance, 2.2 points from Matt Ryan. Ouchie, 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 bow wow. That hurts. Voldemort did his Voldemort bullshit, destroying the implication 102.1 to 51.4. I don't even want to think about the voodoo that was being sent, but I'm just not sure what is happening to the implication. The implication was looking really good, and I was kind of like, whoa, Josh got a really crappy team. He's doing really well. And then next thing you know, wah, 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 wah. I'm not really sure. Josh, that's not a shot. I mean, a shot. I would love to have a shot. But it's not a shot at shots fired. No. It's just you got a crappy team, and there for a second I was like, wow, this dude is really, really smart. You're still smart. I'm surprised you've even won 2 games. I mean, with the team that you were blessed with. But it might be time to start thinking about selling to get some draft picks and start maybe rebuilding. And, it's going to take a second. So really start to consider, I know it's early and no one wants to get last in the league, but Lance's team looks really bad. So I don't think that you're in a bad enough shape where you have to really worry about that. I'm just saying. So, and at least the implication did not leave any points on the bench. It's sort of like Voldemort, who had Jones Jr. on the bench. He had a career day, 33.3 points. He also had a lot of help from Zeke, Waller, and Sony Michel. Between the 3 of those guys, Voldemort could have sat the rest of his team. Literally, could have sat the rest of his team. He can't because the bench would be full, but they end up getting 66.7 points between the 3 of them. So that alone was enough to win this game. So even with negative points from the Green Bay defense, I mean, come on. So this pick was actually accurately picked as well. The Phalanx had some I don't know what that word is. Great matchups, which allowed him to take this win 100.1 to the Bounty Hunters 88.8. It's always nice when your defense can get close to the 20-point mark. Hell, it's nice when they don't get you negative points at this point. Damn. I also correctly picked that game. Big surprise for me for Meat and Cheese. Holy cow, did not see this coming. 50.1 points puts them in the top 5 of lowest scoring games. 4 players, 4, were at or under 3 points with negative 0.1 from Montgomery. So they lost to Uri 102.5 to 50.1. That puts him barely barely, and I'll get to it, barely in third in that category of the lowest scoring teams. The Phallics are currently in fourth place in that category with their score of 50.2. So with their week 3 performance last year, 2018. So this officially knocks the Urinators out of the top 5 from his 53-point outing from last week. So the good news for Meat and Cheese is they still hold a 5-2 record. So I didn't get this game correct. I thought Meat and Cheese was going to do Meat and Cheese things, and they didn't. So there's that. So the experience beats no courtesy, 110.8 to 65.1. Speaking of leaving points on the bench, Cody left Aaron Rodgers on the bench, and he doesn't really have to kick himself because he was the highest scoring team this week with Aaron Rodgers on the bench, who scored 43.6 points. 43.6. Had Cody have started him, he would have been in the top 5 for most points scored in a week. I mean, guys, when it comes down to playoffs, you want to talk about playoffs? Yes, I'm going to talk about playoffs. So sometimes it comes down to the wire, and you want as many points as you can get. That's why I give people a hard time about on the bench, which is why I still to this day hate my week 1 performance, because I left like 50-something points on the bench, and I haven't left any since. I've not left any points on the bench since. But that's just how it goes. So anyways, so there's that. Cody had a great game, 110.8 to 65.1. Kamara leaving the game really hurt Kurt, especially with 5 points, scoring 5 points or less. Ouch to Kurt. Ouch. Cody and Kurt both still hold a 4-3 record. I correctly picked that game. The Rowdy still just short of beating the Bad Boys, 94.8 to 87.7. Once I realized that the Patriots are playing the Jets, I was like, oh gosh, this is not good. Because the Rowdies were running away with this game for a whole second, and then I was like, everybody hold up, pump the brakes, because the Patriots defense, the best defense in the league, are playing the freaking Jets. And, I get it. The Cowboys did not do well against the Jets. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all can talk shit all you want. But, every time an interception happened, I was like, well, another one. And I was like, well, this game is definitely over. In fact, with the Bad Boys scoring 28 points with their defense, and by the way, the Rowdies scored 26 with their defense. So it was like a battle of the defenses, because without the Patriots defense, Darren's team sucks. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Darren's team, the Patriots defense, is his best player. Literally his best player. Because no other player on his team has ever scored as many points as the Patriots defense has. He currently has 3 defenses in the top 5 of all time since we've been keeping record. And all 3 of those came this year with the Patriots defense. You little freaking little see you next Tuesday. Darren over there being like, oh, I'm just going to drive my police car. Just going to pull you over. I'm going to write you a ticket. Oh, okay. Just going to check my score. Oh, Patriots defense. Freaking see you next Tuesday. I hate you. So anyways, so there's that. Wentz obviously had one of his worst days ever, but it was against the Cowboys, so that's freaking awesome. No offense, Kurt, but fuck the Eagles. I hope nobody's kids are watching this video. Y'all should know, if your kids are watching this video at this point, shame. Shame. So I did not pick this game correctly, obviously, but with the Bad Boys defense this week, they, I already went over that, all 3, 40 points for the New England defense in week 2, 29 in week 6, and then this week with 28. That's just insane. So for the week, I was 4-2. That puts me at 25-13 for the year. So this week, the game of the week is going to be the Experience versus Meat and Cheese. Both teams really want to win here. A win could give Cody a nicer path to the playoffs, and Meat and Cheese would probably just love the cushion for the push. And wow, that was inappropriate. So then, No Courtesy versus Voldemort. This is actually one of the harder calls of the week. I went back and forth. Zeke's on a bye. I think that Kamara is going to end up playing, but if there's no Kamara, I'm just like, I don't know. If there's a Kamara, I'm like, oh, no Courtesy. But if there's no Kamara, I'm like, Voldemort. I don't know where to go. But I'm going to say on record, I'm going to go with Voldemort because why you can't not do it. It's just crazy. But if there's a week to play Voldemort, it's this week. The Phalanx versus the Urinators. This is brutal call. This is another really hard call, but I'm going to go with the Phalanx on that one. Bad Boys versus the Bounty Hunters. I like the Bad Boys to continue their streak. Gotham Knights versus the Implication. I'm going to hop on the Gotham Knights train here because Todd could very easily see himself back in the playoff picture. Like, he went from not winning a game to winning. Now he's 3-4 now. So, but he also just played Lance, so that's like a gimme game. But here's what's going to happen. Lance is going to decide he's going to put up like 150 points on the Rowdies this week. So speaking of the Rowdies versus Regulators, the Rowdies could get themselves back in the mix too. Excuse my dog who is being a total brat right now. I'm almost done. So, it's going to be very interesting, but of course the one week that Lance is going to put up a bunch of points is this week. Guaranteed it, like no problem. The Bad Boys and Meat and Cheese are currently tied for first in the quarterback division, with the Bad Boys holding the tiebreaker. Voldemort actually holds on to the first, all alone in the third, and Logger division at 7-0, with the Experience 3 games back. So there are currently 2 other teams that are 4-3, and that's No Courtesy and the Gotham Knights. So with a loss this week, if Cody wins against No Courtesy, that's not good. So if Cody knocks off. No, that's incorrect. I'm not really sure what's going on. I was drunk or something when I wrote this. If the Urinators beat the Phalanx and Bad Boys and Meat and Cheese both lose, he would see himself tied for first in that division. Yuri, if you don't make the playoffs, you will literally be the laughingstock of the entire league. You can't mess this up. Don't mess it up. Don't be an idiot. So, lots of games this week with important implications. So, good luck to everyone. Yeah. Everybody have a great night. It wasn't as long as I thought, but still pretty long. Bye.